All right, thanks, Shay. We begin this morning with the news out of Houston, Texas. Former President George H.W. Bush passed away.
The 41st president died at 94 years old, just months after his wife Barbara passed away. His spokesman says the former commander-in-chief again died in Houston yesterday. He was a World War II veteran who later became a Republican congressman, diplomat, CIA chief, and vice president. In 1988, Bush defeated Democrat Michael Dukakis in the presidential race. His presidency came along with some monumental moments: the fall of the Berlin Wall, the end of communism in Eastern Europe, and one of the most notable, the liberation of Kuwait after the Iraqi invasion. And in 1992, Bush lost his re-election bid to Bill Clinton. Bush's children include former Florida Governor Jeb and former President George W. One of his favorite pastimes, parachute jumping.
I like the feeling of it. At 80, you still got feelings. And I like that.
Former Governor Jeb Bush is one of the first of Bush's kids to speak out about their father's passing. He took to Twitter this morning and wrote, "I already miss the greatest human being that I will ever know. Love you, Dad."
And no surprise here, there's so much reaction across social media on George H.W. Bush's death, and many people giving their condolences, including President Trump and First Lady Melania sending out a statement this morning. It reads in part, "Along with his full life of service to country, we will remember President Bush for his devotion to family, especially the love of his life, Barbara." Also, former President Barack Obama writes in part, "America has lost a patriot and humble servant in George H.W. Bush. While our hearts are heavy today, they're also filled with gratitude." And former U.S. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice writes, "President George Herbert Walker Bush was the epitome of a public servant. He loved America with all of his heart and served as fully and completely as anyone ever has."